Good day everyone. I go by the name of Tlotlo and I would like to welcome you guys back into my YouTube channel tutorials program where we inspire students to achieve greatness through the mirror learning. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please be sure to click on that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of our future content. And also, if this video is helpful to you guys, please do like if ever this video is helpful to you guys. And yeah, without wasting any more of your time, so it's pretty late, so let's get straight into today's video. So on our CRJ, I wasted a lot of time on doing our CRJ. So on this video, I'll try to move extremely fast. So I'll try to move as fast as I can on this video, while also, of course, explaining as much as I can concerning the video. Okay, so we already know how we're doing all this comparing our bank statement with our transactions. So we already know how to do that. So also on our cash payments, we continue doing the very same thing. We continue doing the very same thing. So okay, so now let's get straight into today's video. So we are looking at our before I start, let's start here. So we are focusing on our cash payments. So as you can see, we are doing our cash receipts that side. Now we are on our cash payments. So what we need to do is to fix up our settings. So we need to activate tax, and then you can say standard, which is 0.1, and then the amounts are inclusive, and then we can say increment reference, and then what else, and then you can say close. It's fine. You will have something like this. Okay, so the first one it's what, P0100. So when was this? P01 on the first. So you can say 01 and then tab. So what is happening on P01? Let me do this. I think we have an idea. I think this is fine. Oh, what was happening on P01? They're saying every month a debit order goes off from the current account of pay to pay a loan made from People's Bank to buy the business. The amount consists of 15,000 for interest on loan. Modify account 3350 to interest paid on loan. People's Bank. Okay, so they're saying what? So simply they're saying a debit order goes off, so meaning we're paying the amount consists of a capital portion and 15,000 for interest on the loan. So the interest on the loan said the amount. So let's check what amount are they talking about. P1, so People's Bank account there. So we have the 15,250. So we have what? We have the 15,250. So the 15,250, 15,000, the 15,000 we are told that the 15,000 is for the interest on the loan. And what? So the remaining amount, meaning, is the amount consisting of a capital portion. So the remaining amount is the amount we're paying for that loan. Isn't it? We took a loan, so since we took a loan, that loan we need to repay it. So we need to continuously repay it. So we're repaying the difference, and then the 15,000 is the interest. The difference is what? The difference is what we are repaying. Yes. Okay, so where do we start? So I think we'll start with our interest. we'll start with our interest. So interest on loan. Interest. Ish. Interest on loan. Modify account 350 to interest paid on loan. Oh, hi. Account 350. So we need to modify this account. Modify account 350 to interest on loan. So we need to change this consulting fees to interest on loan. Interest on loan, People's Bank. People's Bank, 12%. And then we save. And looking for account what? Account 3350. Looking for account 3350, and then it's P01/001, I think. Then tap, and then on the description we need to write what is happening. So what is happening on the interest on loan from People's Bank. So we're paying what? People we paying People's Bank what? Interest on loans. So we can say / interest on loan, and then you say tab, and then we know that what we already know from doing our search that the interest paid or received, it's not charged VAT. So the VAT needs to be what? 00. And then the amount, they said we paying interest of 15,000, so we need to say 15,000. Then say tab, and then next what we need to do now, we need to focus. As we can see, we only focused on that 15,000, and then the amount consists of a capital portion, so we need to deal with that capital portion. As you can see here on P001, we paid an amount of what? 15,250. So meaning the 250 is what? Is the capital portion, that we're paying for that loan from People's Bank that People's Bank gave us. So we are looking for what? The loan. So we're looking for people loan. Okay, so here's our People's Bank loan, and then our reference, it's already incremented, so it's fine. And then now we need to write what was happening here. So we're paying People's Bank, isn't it? People's Bank. What are we paying them for? Repayment of loan. You can say repayment of loan. Repayment of loan. Yeah, it's fine. The repayment of loan. And then we can say tab. Now the loan, you can check what was happening on loan. Loans, they are not charged VAT, so you say what? 00. And then tap. The amount is 250. The difference is 250, as we all know. The difference is 250. So as I forgot again that we need to fix this here, our reference here. So this, it's P1 also. So we need to say P1. Then moving on, where are we? Now we are doing our P2, so we are done with this. I hope we all saw that. If I was moving too fast on this, just rewatch the video and see actually what I was talking about on this part. And then now we are on our P2. So P2, they're saying what? They're saying pays East London municipality with an electronic transfer for water and electricity and rates and taxes. The rates and taxes are 480. Create a new account for, they're saying we must create a new account for what? For the rates and taxes. Okay, so we're paying what? We're paying water, electricity, and also the rates and taxes. So rates and taxes 480, and then water and electricity. So let's start with water and electricity. Tap. Then we can search, I think it's electricity and water. Yeah, electricity and water. Enter, and then it's P2. And then now we need to say what was it paying. So who are we paying? We are paying East London, I think. East London. For what? Water and electricity. So this is how you can what? This is how you can write it. So we pay East London municipality. East London municipality. The municipality doesn't go in, so let's just leave it as that. And then tab East London water and electricity. So you can always check what is happening on our water and electricity, electric and water. So it is charged VAT, so it's fine. The amount, so they're saying the 480 is for rates and taxes. So the total amount, what is the total amount? P2. So this is the total amount, which is the total amount, which is the 3680,34 minus, we need to minus what? That amount there, rate and taxes. That amount there, rate and taxes, which is the 480,34. Here's the amount here, and then we will get what? We will get 3.1. So this 3.1 is for what? Is for water and electricity. So which is what we write here. So it's 3,150, I think. Let me say tab. Let me just confirm. Yes, 3,150. Tab. Now we need to, okay, the dates. Let me just confirm the dates, if the dates are still correct. So P2, we are looking at on our P2. So the date is the, okay, P2, the date is still 01. Okay, it's fine. And then now we are doing our rates and taxes. So they said we need to add, if I'm not mistaken, P2, they said create a new account, rates and taxes. You need to create what? A new account. So we're saying add a new account. So we're gonna need the code. So they didn't tell us anything concerning our code. So what do we need to do? So rates and taxes is an expense, so we need to go and check. You need to go and check the order in which our expenses goes. Our expenses, so we have our insurance, interest paid, and then we still have our painting and stationery, rent paid, our last expense. Okay, so capital I, so meaning this is our last expense, which is the telephone. So we need to check the code for telephone, how the code was going. So it was 4600, and then there's 4500. So the next code we can say what? 4700. So you can say 4700, just like that. And then it's what? Rate and taxes, I think. Rates and taxes. Okay, so rates and taxes are our expenses, so we need to say expenses, just like that. And then we save. So we can search rates and taxes, just like that. So again, when we come to our reference since this municipal, we're still dealing with the East London municipality. You can just say you need to make sure that it's back to what? It's back to your 2 again. And then we say tab. So this time you're not paying water and electricity. East London. But then if this East London, I feel like this East London is wrong. So it's rates and taxes. So this time I think municipality can fit in. Rates, taxes. Rates and taxes. Rates and taxes, you can check if they're charged VAT. Rates and taxes. So rates and taxes, they're not charged VAT, so no. The amount is 480, I think 480, comma 34,34. We say tab, and then so that's how you do that. East London Municipal. So we're done with number 1. Number 2 we're also done, so we go straight to our number 3. Number 3, they're saying EFT for paying Vodacom. The payment includes an amount of 830 for personal telephone account of Mboyi. So we also have our drawings on the amount, so we need to go and compare. So EFT, so P003, we're looking for a P003, which is Vodacom. So as you can see, they paid Vodacom what? 1,830,34. And they're saying that 830,34 is for drawings, which is the owner's personal telephone. So this one is for drawing, this one is for drawing. So meaning the remaining amount, which is the 1,000, that 1,000 is for what? For the business telephone. So when was this? Date. On the 2nd, so we're saying 02 tab. What is this? Conjure general ledger and then telephone. So you can search telephone and then tab. So who are we paying? We're paying Vodacom. What are you paying Vodacom? Telephone. So that's what your description can be, and then we check in telephone if it is charged VAT or not. Telephone, it is charged VAT, so yes, it's fine. And then the amount is 1,000 because the 830 is for what? For the owner's what? For the owner's personal use. So we're saying tab. Which account are we looking for? For the drawings, because now we are focusing on what? I hope we are following. I hope this is straightforward as it can be. Where are we going? We are here. So we are done with this first part. The payment include an amount of what? Okay, so now we are on this. The payment include an amount of 340 for the personal telephone account of F Mboyi, the owner. So firstly, we are starting with, we're done with that one. Oh yeah, we're on our drawings now. So we're looking for the account, the drawing account. And then don't forget the reference. Since you are still on P3, it needs to stay on P3. So as you can see, all this is P112233. 112233. So please make sure that you don't make any mistakes. Okay, so details on this one. What was happening on this one? They're saying personal telephone account of F Mboyi. So we can say F boy, we are paying for who? For F boy, F boy, yeah. For what? For telephone. So it's F boy telephone in this case, because it's not the telephone of the business. And then we can say tab. So our drawings VAT is, we know that our VAT is 00. There's no VAT charged on drawings, and then the amount is 830,34, I think 830,34, yeah. So tab, and then we are done with that. And then where are we? So we are done with this. Now we are on paint settled, the account of Cipri Paints as on 1st March 20 Banbani. So what happened? Paints settled this, the account of Cipri Paints as on. Okay, so we paid who? We paid Cipri Paint. It's P004. P004, so the date is 06 tab. And then who are we settling? We're settling our supplier. Which is who? Konje P004, which is Cipri Paint. And then so Cipri Paint, which is P04 tab, it's fine. So it is fine. And then what are we doing? We're settling an account again. So settle P settle account as on 1 March 2024. So we settle account of 2024. So we need to know the amount. So the set amount is what? The amount is 31,000. So we need to say 31, 1, 2, 3. So it is what? It is 31,000. 31,000. So let's go back. 31,000. So let's just confirm if value you're owing 31,000 to what? Cipri Paint, I think. Customer channel, not customer, dealing with our supplier. Supplier's invoice generic. Cipri Paint guy konje. Universal Cipri Paint ke customer. Okay, so Cipri Paint is not here, so meaning maybe he had an opening balance. Let's check. Supplier Cipri Paint. Oh yes, so this is our Cipri Paint. So here's our Cipri Paint. So Cipri Paint, we were always Cipri Paint 31,569. But then as we all saw that they said we paid Cipri Paint how much? We paid Cipri Paint 31,000. So meaning there was a discount here. So we need to just simply say what? We need to say this amount, which is 31,569, 68 minus, we need to minus 31,000 that we paid, 31,000. So meaning we had a discount of this amount. We had a discount of this amount. So a discount of this amount. So tab 569 680 569 and then say tab. Our discount needs to be 01. Let's just confirm what is happening. Okay, so it's not mentioned here, but then our discount needs to be, there needs to be text here. It needs to be text here, because as you can see, this amount also, it was text. So this amount was text, so we also need to include what, that text here on our discount. And then we say tab. Okay, so we are done with that. So our discount, don't forget our discount, we write it on that discount column. So I wrote the discount because when you minus the opening balance that we were owing minus the 31,000, you get a difference. So that difference is what, is your discount. So moving on. Where am I going to, my discount? Okay, I was doing this, so we're doing 05 now. Oh, till 12. Yes. Timbo's cash purchase returns amount was reversed onto his credit card. So Timbo, as you all remember, Timbo is that one who paid with cash, that customer who paid with cash. So Timbo, we're dealing with 05 P05, so which is this, it's on the 17 tab, and then we are dealing with the customer tab, and then the customer is who, so this cash sales, and then we say tab, so it's P05, it's fine. So we need to what, we need to indicate what was happening. So what was happening in this case, Timboy, we returned Timboy's money. So Timboy paid with a credit card for his Timboy's cash purchase returns amount was reversed into his bank account. So Timboy, we need to indicate who we paying. We need to indicate who we are paying, not Mboy Mali Bongwe. I don't know why I keep on making this mistake, Mali Bongwe. For what? Cash purchase returns. Okay, so this person is cash sales returns, and then the amount is what, 176 03 tab. We're done with that, and then we are moving on, and then we are 06 replenish the petty cash. So 06 which is on the 25th, 25, and then which is for petty cash. So petty cash going to our general, and I'm looking for the petty cash account. So petty cash, and then tab. So what are we doing here? We are paying petty cash. So paying petty cash, I think. Replenish the petty cash. So it's money for petty cash, man. cash, for petty cash. Or you can say petty cash and then we say cash. For example, something like petty cash, showing who we paying. We paying the petty cash, and then cash, something like this. Either way. And then what we need to do, we need to go check again what is happening concerning our petty cash. But I don't think we charge VAT when we pay in petty cash. Okay, so VAT is not charged when you're paying petty cash, because petty cash, it's still within the business. So that petty cash is still within the business, so it needs to be 0, 0. Let me say tab. How much? Petty cash. 850. Let me say tab. Just like that. So we're done. And then what's next? 07 amount paid in lieu of salary. So 07 P07. So here's our P07. It's on the 31st. So we tab and then 31st. So we're paying salary. So we're looking for the salary account, salaries and wages, and then tab. So they said here, who are we paying, Konje? Asandan motor. We're paying Asandan motor ini. We're paying Asandan motor salary. And then we need to go check what is happening with salary. Salaries and wages. Tax is not charged. So tab. Then how much was the amount? $15,000, 15 to 70,75. Yes. Say tab. Then we are done with Asanda. And then now we are on our P8. Of course, it will be on the 31st also. So it's bank charges. So this one is what is bank charges. So it will be for bank charges. And then it's P8, it's fine. And then what is happening here? P8, we're paying bank charges. So bank charges, we're paying bank charges to. So the bank charges is to the People's Bank, because as you can remember, we bank with People's Bank. For what, Konje? Tax levy. So it is tax levy. And then tax levy, is charged VAT or not? Tax levy, it is not charged VAT, so it needs to be 0. And then the amount. Ish. 2190. 2119 and tab. What are we doing next? P09. Bank charges also. Here's our bank charges. So bank charges, pay them to People's Bank, but then this time I don't think it's tax levy. So what is it? 09. So we're looking for 09 P09. It's service fees, so fees, and then tab. So annual service fee, so VAT it is charged, so it's fine. Amount 89,10. Tab, and then what next? 10, they're saying what? Direct transfer. So they're saying what? Direct transfer to build it for making a payment on account. So direct transfer, so it's P10. P10, or this is our P10. So we paid what? We paid the amount of 8,000. So we're paying who going to build it? So build it, which is our supplier, and then tab. So now our details, what are we doing? Payment on our account. So we're paying our account. Payment made on our account. Payment on our on account. So how much are we paying? We are paying 8,000. Then tab, and then we need to check if there was a discount or not. So we need to do what? In this case, we need to check if there was a discount or not. So let's check. Build it. You paid who? Build it. Kanje. What am I checking? Okay, so build it. We paid only the 8,000, but then they're not saying it is full payment. So in this case, we can't compare and all that, because they never said we paid a full payment on our account. So they only said we made payment on our account. So since this is not the full payment, it's fine. As you can see, we're owing more than 30,000, 18,000, but then we only paid 8, so it's fine. We can say tab on this case, and then what next? P11. So they're saying electronic transfer to universal storage system for settling the invoice. So now here, as you can see, we are settling the invoice. So meaning we are paying everything concerning that invoice and all that. We are paying everything concerning who? Concerning who is this person? Concerning universal storage. Okay, so universal storage is our supplier. Then say tab. P11, yeah, P11 is fine. And that, so we need to indicate what we are doing. So we are settling, isn't it? So we are settling the invoice on let me say bracket, and then say 103 2024. Okay, settling invoice and say tab. So how much are we settling? So this is universal, so we are settling what? We are settling this much. So this is the amount we are paying, which is 18,018,90. Okay, so here there must be a discount because I saw they said something concerning the terms, no early terms on discount allowed on fees, no early terms discount allowed on carrier fee. Okay, so let's try to calculate and see how much, and try to see exactly how much our discount is. So what we need to do, okay, so universal, no, we never owed anything to universal, so meaning opening balance we have 0. Otherwise, if we had in something here, we would say this amount plus whatever we owed to universal. So we are looking for universal. So this is universal. So how much do we owe universal? We owed universal this amount, this much. So we will say we owed universal this amount. Okay, so they remember they said there are no early terms on our carrier fee. So for now we can minus our carrier fee. So we're not going to deal with carrier fee because we are trying to check the early terms, how much the discount is. We are trying to check how much is our discount. So we're going to focus on this amount, which is the 24936, and then we will add the carrier fee after we have calculated our discount. So this amount minus if there were any returns. So let's check if we have any returns. Okay, so universal storage, they return one steel rack. So they returned one steel rack, and they told us that one steel rack cost what? 6,234 each, and then we'll be left with this amount. So this is what we owe to universal. This is what we owe to universal. So we need to do what? We need to calculate the percentage now, the early terms. So they said 5% within 60 days. So let me say times this amount times what? Times the 5% of 5 divided by 100, which is equal to this amount. So this amount is our discount. So it's 935 comma 10. So 935 comma 10, 935 comma 10. So meaning 935 comma 10. So this is our discount. So we are looking for a discount to fail. So meaning let me go back to our calculator. History. So meaning we had to say what? We had to say this amount minus this amount, so which is 18,702. So 18,702 minus the 935,10, which is equal to, you will have this amount plus this 250, 2, which is equals to the 18, so which is this amount that we have here. So as you can see, everything we did is correct. I will try to write down our formulas. I will try to write down the formulas on the description. I will try to write all the formulas on how to calculate this discounts on our on the description. Yes, so I'll try to do that. I'll try to do that on the description so that we can see how we calculate those, how we calculate all that. So we are done with that, and we can say tab. And then let's finish this quickly because it's already 12:30 ish. It's already 12:30, so let's get this over with. So we are done with this. Now we need to do this 12, if I'm not mistaken. So supplier, which is they're saying electronic transfer settle in to settle the full account of generic. Settling the full account of who? Generic. So what are we doing here? So here we are settling account of generic. So you can say settle invoice, settle the full account of generic. So we're settling the full account of generic. So already know it's generic the person because yes, we selected the right account. So settling the full account of generic, how much? So the amount is not given for generic, so it's a question mark here. So the amount is not given. So meaning, what do we need to do? What we need to do is to calculate that amount. So we need to make sure that we calculate that amount. Okay, how do we do that? So I'll try to also put the calculations if ever maybe we didn't understand, as if you were unable to follow. Where's the calculator? Yes, so here's our calculator. So generic. So firstly we need to do what? Firstly we need to check if we have any returns to generic. So generic, we have those returns. So we have those returns. So let's start off with saying this, which is generic. So we owe generic this amount, which is 2638.95 minus those returns. So generic returned what? Generic 1 polycell cracker fill, 1 polycell cracker fill. So not generic, we returned, actually we are the ones who are returning. We returned 1 polycell cracker fill, which is minus 32.30, which is, you will be left with this. So meaning we owing generic this amount of money, and then we need to check if we have an opening balance on generic. We have an opening balance of what? Of 15,000. Let me just check something quickly. No early term discount on the opening balance. So the opening balance doesn't have an early term discount. So meaning when we're calculating the early term discount, we don't need to include the opening balance. So meaning we need to calculate the the discount using this amount. So before we adding the opening balance. Generic. So what are they saying? Generic 2.5% discount within 30 days. So meaning times 2,5% over 100, which is equal to this amount. So meaning we need to minus the 165,17. So where do we need to minus that amount? So 65,17, we need to minus it from this amount, which is the 260. Okay, so let me write this amount down somewhere. So I'm writing the amount down somewhere, which is 2606,65 minus 6517. So it is 206,65 minus 65,17, and then we'll be left with this amount. So this amount will say plus our opening balance on generic plus 15. So here's the amount for generic, opening balance for generic 15,560,56. Okay, so we're getting this. So okay, so we got 18,102. So let's just double check. Let's just confirm again if everything we done here it is correct. So first, oh no man, I made a mistake when I was calculating. Can I just check if I do have those debit notes? Okay, do you wish to what? Do you wish to no? Okay, so let's do the calculations again because I made a mistake. So we're gonna need return to the suppliers. We're gonna need a debit note. So hopefully I did that debit note. So let me just confirm. Debit note generic. Oh yeah, I did the debit note. So we need to minus this amount. Actually, we need to minus this amount because this is the return. So let's do that quickly again one more time. I shall keep on wasting time on these calculations. So these calculations can be extremely tricky. So which is why you need to make sure that when you're doing these calculations, 2638,95 minus our debit note is our debit note minus 35,29. So the mistake I made was because, as you can see, we also have that discount. We have that discount here. So minus this, and then we will be left with this amount. So we need to calculate the 2%, I think 2.5%. So you need to say this times 2. Let me write down the answer somewhere. It's 2603,66. 2603,66 times 2.5 over 100, and then you will get this amount, which is 6509. 6509. So you need to say 20. Okay, not 20, it is 2603,66 minus 6509. minus 65,09, and then the total will be this amount, and we need to say this plus that 15,000, 15,560,56, and then we will have this amount. So this is the correct amount. This is the correct amount. So this is the correct amount. So let's just close everything. So it's 18,099. Okay, so it's 18. Hi, these calculations. 1809 u 18099 13, comma 13. So that's that. And then our discount, how much was our discount on this? So our discount, let's check our discount quickly. So the discount is 6509. So here's the discount, 6509. So we need to make sure that it's here, which is 65,09, that you give a discount of 65,09. And then what's next? Oh, hi CRJ and CPJ. I'm sorry that these videos are so long. As I've told you before, that I'm not so confident with when it comes to our CRJ and CPJ, so hence why it took me so much time to get this over with. Okay, so we are done. So we are done. So we can say preview all lines. Let me just make this bigger. And then when we preview all lines, this is we must have something like this. You must have something like this. You must have something like this. So, and then when you are doing your bank reconciliation, so as you can see on your our paper here, so bank reconciliation, we need to say what? You need to say this amount minus this amount. So why do we minus this amount? Because it's a payment that we made. It's not a receive. We didn't receive this money. Instead we made a payment. So we need to say this minus this to get the answer here. So let's just try to minus that quickly and see how much we get, and try maybe to check our balance bank reconciliation quickly here, because bank reconciliation doesn't take that much time. Okay, so we need to say, hey man, 138, this amount 551,5 minus, so this is the missing value, is the amount for generic that we calculated, which is, where is that amount, which is this amount, which is the 18,099, comma 13, I think, yes, comma 13. And then we will have this amount. So this is the amount you take, and then you say process, and then bank reconciliation. So I'm just doing this roughly fast, so that so this is the amount. You will write this amount here, which is the 120,452,37. Okay, so yeah, this is the amount. And then you will say next, and then we will have all these, and then all you need to do is what? You need to tick everything. So guys, if it doesn't balance, please don't panic and all that. Just print the way it is, because by a bank reconciliation, it's more or less like It's only about 5 marks actually. 5 marks. It's only 5 marks. So I think you must have something like this, but then as you can see, it doesn't balance. So maybe I did something wrong. I don't know. Maybe everything might be right. Maybe the question paper, maybe there's a mistake or something. I don't know. But then chances are there's a mistake. They are very low. But then, as I've told you before, I'm not so confident when it comes to bank reconciliation. So, but then CPG and CRG, I'm pretty much sure that that's everything. That's what you need to have at the end. That's what you need to have at the end. Ish, I closed the thingy by mistake. But then yeah, that's everything. I think that's all for today's video. So thank you for watching. If ever there's anywhere I made a mistake and all that, please let me know on the comment section so that we can fix that mistake quickly, and then I will try by all means to make sure that the calculations are on your description. I will make sure that all the calculations are on our description. And then what else? All the best with your computerized financial systems. Make sure that you go all in, and if there's any question that you need me to do on this question paper, please let me know on the comment sections, because this question that I was doing today, I only did it because they were kindly asking me to do it for them. So hence why I took it upon myself to come back and redo our CRJ and the CPJ. So yeah, that's it for today's video from me to you guys. This is goodbye.